Exercise 11C, question number 2, book D1, part A. Find the values of the unknown in each of the following figures. Since it's a four-sided shape or it's a quadrilateral, so let's calculate first sum of the interior angles of the polygon, which is n minus 2 into 180. So that will be equals to 4 minus 2 times 180, which is 2 times 180, and that is equals to 360. Now we will be calculating, since we know that the sum of the interior all angles of this four-sided shape is 360, so let's calculate the unknown angle A by adding 110 plus 78 plus 62 plus A angle, that is equals to 360. So that's 250 plus A is equals to 360. When we added 110 plus 78 plus 72, that is 250 plus A is 360. So let's calculate A by taking 250 to the other side of the equals to by subtracting it from 360, and we get A is equals to 110 degrees. Now B part is again a quadrilateral, so we know that the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360, so I'm directly adding 84 plus 2b plus 78 plus b should be equals to 360, since we have already calculated the interior angles of the quadrilateral, which is having with the formula n minus 2 into 180. Now let's add the common terms, which are 2b and b, that will be equals to 3b, plus 84 and 78, that will be equals to 162, and that is equals to 360. Now let's take this 162 to the other side to subtract it, because since it's added with 3b, so when we are taking to the other side, it will become 3b is equals to 360 minus 162. So 3b times is equals to, let's subtract it, and I'm going to subtract 360 minus 162, and I get 198. And when I subtracted it, now it's time to isolate B. It's time to calculate the value of B angle. So now we will be taking this 3 to the other side. So we can divide both sides by 3, and this will become, we will have 198 divided by 3, that is equals to 66. So B is equals to 66 degrees. Now let's move on to the part C, where we have a figure. It's just like that, and that is a figure, and since it's a 1 2 3 4 5-sided figure, so let's make the figure first. This is 101 degree, this is 2C, this is 38, and then this is 152, and this is C. Now we have again the same formula to calculate the sum of the interior angles of the polygon, which is 5-sided polygon. So let's take the formula n minus 2 times 180, which is equals to the interior angles sum of. Now let's calculate it. This is going to be 5 minus 2 times 180. We know that 5 minus 2 180 is 3 times 180, so that is going to be, let's calculate it, 3 times 180, so we get 540. This 3 times 180 is 540. Now let's take the sum of interior angle is equals to all the interior angle sum, and then we will be adding 101 plus 152 plus 38. I already added the constant terms together, and I'm adding the 2c and 3c so that they're already organized in the form of like terms, and that is equals to 540. So let's add them. So I'm going to add them all. It's going to be 101 plus 152 plus, this is going to be 38, and the answer is 291 plus 2c and c, because c has no coefficient, so it will be 1, so 1 plus 2 is 3c is equals to 540. Now let's take this 291 to the other side, and it will become 3c is equals to 540 minus 291. So when we will subtract it, where we are going to get it. It is going to be 249. So 3c is equals to 249. Now let's divide again both sides by 3 and we will get 249 by 3. So I'm going to divide it. 249 divided by 3. So I get 83. So the angle C is 83. Now it's your turn to calculate this with the help of the same formula, the last part D. So I'm going to make it here. The last part D is, it's a shape, and you can pause the video and then you can tell your answer with my answer. So it's going to be like this, almost like this. So it's going to be, this is 4D, this is going to be 108, this will be again 4D, this is again 4D, this is again 5D, and this is 102. So many 4Ds, 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 and 5Ds, and there's only 2 values which are actually. So first, what is the first step? Yes, you got it right. The first, we need to calculate the sum of the interior angles of this shape. Let's calculate the sides of the shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a hexagon. Hexagon means that the sum of interior angles is equals to 6 minus 2 times 180. So at first we will calculate 4 times 180, that is going to be 4 times 180, that is 720. Okay, now we're gonna add all of them. Now you can pause the video, you can calculate it yourself, and then you can come back to this video to check whether your answer is correct or not. So I'm just directly adding 4D plus 4D plus 4D plus 5D. Basically there are 3 times 40, and then there is a 5D, plus there are 2 values which are 108 and plus 102. That should be equals to 720. So let's calculate the constants. 4, 4, 4, 4, 3 is at 12. 12 plus 5 is 17D plus. Okay, now it's time to add these values which are 108 and 102. Let's add 102 plus 108. So I get 210, and that is equal to 720. Now it's time to take 210 to the other side, and it will become 17D is equals to 720 minus 210. So now it's time to subtract it. 720 minus 210. So I'm subtracting 720 minus 210. Has become 510. 17D is equals to 510. Now let's see that if it is 510, is it divided by 17? So yeah, it is. So when I'm dividing it, I'm doing it over here. The D should be equals to 510 divided by 17, which D is equals to 3. So the angle is 30. So I hope that you have understood this question as well, the same way we did it. First we have to calculate the sum of the interior angles, and then later on we have to add all the angles, add the like terms, and get the answer.